And we welcome you back to coverage of the 2020 Mid-America Open Disc Golf Championship, part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour, sponsored by Discraft. And we are following the Women's Open Division, the FPO Division, and three of our contestants the same as they were in the first round. We've got your leader, Courtney Pixie Cannon, about to tee off here on the scenic hole number 1 at Harmony Bends in Strawn Park. Nice, powerful flick. Finds the center of the fairway right where she wants to be. Perfect placement. This hole number 1, a long hole to start off this legendary John Houck designed course, 777 feet. It crosses the Harmony Creek 3 times. Your first crossing right in front of the tee box. You can see the rocks there. And the players will have to cross the creek after they throw. Here's Lisa Fajkus in second place here, starting the second round, and she's in a perfect spot there on the right side. That's the great landing area zone on that side. You want to be right about there so that you can attack the fairway down the left side and get across the creek cleanly. Here is Colombia's Cynthia Ricciotti, 2018 Junior World Champion, youngest player on this card, currently in third place at the Mid-America Open. Cynthia's got a powerful, compact swing, and she overcooks this one a little bit. That one's going to Annie off to the right. She should still be in pretty good shape over there. Here's Kat Mertsch, and Kat is joining the card today. She came from one of the other cards in the first round. Kat, an accomplished tour player. We'll talk more about Kat in just a little bit. Here from Arkansas to compete. Here's your defending champion, Courtney Pixie Cannon, with her second shot on number 1. And that's going to leak a little bit over to the left. She's got some tree cover there. It's not the cleanest of shots, but she's fairly safe. Here, Kat Mertsch with a nice rip right down the fairway. She crosses the creek for the second time. This is the second crossing. Here, Lisa Fajkus, Round Rock, Texas. And that finds the tree, but she gets across the creek, and she'll have a nice open stance there. Cynthia Ricciotti, as I said, leaked a little bit over to the right. She's going to have a tough Annie shot here. And this looks pretty. It's going to settle down on the left side of that fairway. And here, Lisa Fajkus with her third shot, and she's playing up the right side of that fairway. You can see the basket on the right side of the shot there. And she'll have one more crossing of Harmony Creek here. 3 crossings of the creek on the very first hole. Here's Courtney Cannon. And she's going to be close to the creek over there. We'll see. Kat Mertsch now. We'll see if she's going to try and get all the way there or if just part of the way. And she's going to put hers up there. And that does get close to that creek as well. Cynthia Ricciotti, her third shot, placed well in the fairway. Beautiful day here in Columbia, Missouri. After some tough rain earlier this weekend caused a shortening of the first round. Only played 14 holes first round. Looks like we're going to get the full 18 in today. Lisa Fajkus played very well round 1. Second place now. Here's her approach on number 1. And that's going to get across the creek. She's up on the putting surface. There's Cynthia Ricciotti is going to try and get something up where she can attack the basket now. And here she's coming across the creek for the third time. The basket sitting up on the embankment. Cynthia, no stranger to this course. She plays it often. She's from this area. Now Kat Mertsch, a little bit of a leaning flick here to get around the tree. And, she hits a tree. She's got a putt, but that's going to be a tough one. She's about 35, 40 feet out. Now Courtney Cannon trying to get her approach close. That flick's going to eyes her out to the right. putting surface is fairly level when you get up there. Here's Kat Mertsch. Ooh, just off the top. Now Lisa Fajkus. Nice putt. Now Kat Mertsch, you can see her first putt leaked off a little bit, and that one's short. Cynthia Ricciotti for her par. That's good. And now Courtney Cannon. Courtney, our defending champion from Houston, Texas. And she's returning. Courtney with the double. Lisa Fajkus with the par. Ricciotti and Mertsch, I guess, both with double bogeys there. So Lisa Fajkus now with the pad on number 2, a 615-foot par 4. That's a really good spot for her to be in. Tough tee shot because you've got trees on the right and left and in the middle. You've got to keep it kind of low to get distance. And then the fairway, once you get to the top of the hill, breaks off to the right and runs back down toward the creek. Here's Cynthia Ricciotti. And this is a beautiful, and it's a much tougher hole than it looks. The pin placement at the end, there are a number of different placements because this is the Mid-America Open and because this is a national event. We are using the gold pin placements today at Strawn Park at Harmony Bends. Oh, and Kat Mertsch's drive hits a tree. She'll try again here. Harmony Bends, one of the longest courses in Missouri, and not only the length, not only the distance, but a lot of technical shots, lots of trees to hit or to not hit, as the case may be. Nice shot there from Cynthia Ricciotti. Now Lisa Fajkus, and you can see that gold pin placement up on the rocks. Tough spot to get to. And then the creek is just to the right of that basket. You can see it dropping off. Kat Mertsch finds a tree. It's just a tough fairway to navigate down. And then, of course, you've got the danger of, if you pull something to the right, it rolling off into the creek. Now here, Lisa Fajkus, her up shot, and that is a beauty. Oh, she's going to love that. Exactly where you want to be. The reverse shot. The way to play that hole. Now Kat Mertsch, going to try and get it close. This is up on the hill. Oh, she's going to have a tough little come down putt with the creek behind her. Cynthia Ricciotti running right at it. Well, she's right next to the basket. Nice approach. And Courtney Pixie Cannon, sponsored by Discraft. All right, and as you can see here at Harmony Bends, you have some interesting stances every once in a while. This is Kat Mertsch with a putt, and it's in. Well done. I'm sure that had her heart beating fast with Harmony Creek just behind that basket. Now Lisa Fajkus in nicely. Courtney, and then Cynthia Ricciotti will tap in here. So hole number 2 in the books. It looks like we're going to get the full 18 in today. The weather has dried up a bit. To start the tournament, we had quite a bit of rain. You can see 3 pars there, only Cat Mertsch with the bogey on number 2. And then we head to number 3. Hole number 3 is a short par 3, just 262 feet, but with trees on the right side, it's a tough, and then you can see Lisa Fajkus' drive hits a tree, fires off to the left. That's actually safer than to the right. You don't want to be on the right here too much. This, if it flexes out, is going to be very nice. And I think Courtney Cannon is going to like that shot. There's Cynthia Ricciotti. This is definitely an aceable hole, but boy, the shot has got to be perfect. A lot of trees, really have to thread a needle. There's some elevation to it. There's Cynthia Ricciotti. Nice, smooth stroke. And Cat Mertsch rounding out the foursome. That's going to leak to the right. We'll see. I'll tell you, down to the right side, you can hit trees, start rolling down that right side, and ultimately the creek is down to the right. It'd be tough to get there because you've got to get through so much trees, so many branches and weeds. Let's see who is down here. Is this Courtney? I think Courtney Cannon is hit a tree, and she's down in those trees I'm talking about to the right. Here's her approach, and well done. That's a tough shot. Tough to get it from there. Lisa Fajkus does the same thing. She leaked off or past the basket and down the hill. Courtney saves par. Cynthia Ricciotti. Nice. Oh, and the roll away. And that's a tough thing to happen here. This basket lies on a hillside. That hit the chains, hit the basket, fell down under the basket, and then rolled 12 feet away. And Cynthia's nicely in there. For bogey, Cat Mertsch. So, Courtney Cannon with the birdie there. Lisa Fajkus bogeying. Courtney's got the pad and teeing off here on number 4. Another short hole, and this is protected right and left by trees. As you can see, Courtney hits that one here. But as you can see, the pad that they're teeing from, the pad in front of it, and then just after that pad in front, it drops right down, straight down. It's a straight fairway. The basket lies maybe 70 feet below that pad in front, straight down the fairway. You can get a putter to float straight at it. This is also an aceable hole. Cynthia Ricciotti going to try and float one down there. She had a nice tee shot on this hole yesterday. Oh, and she pulls that one. Catches a tree. There's Cynthia. Finding herself in the trees a few times here early in the round. This flick is a beaut. Oh my. What a great attempt from there. And Cynthia's going to have about a 30-foot putt to try and save par. Here's Courtney Cannon laying up. And that'll leave her a fairly easy putt for par. Cat Mertsch working her way down the fairway. And here's Lisa Fajkus, all the way from Texas, playing her first ever Mid-America Open Disc Golf Championship coming to Columbia. Good to see her hero in that putt. Rides a little high, catches the band. Ricciotti for par. Well done. Now Cat Mertsch. And that's a nice putt. So hole number 4, just 288 feet. And on paper, it looks so easy. Not the easiest birdie out there, though. Not that there are any easy birdies at Harmony Bends. 3 pars for hole number 4 as we head to scenic hole number 5. And this is a postcard hole. Again, all these holes designed by John Houck. And those rocks that you see in front were all brought in and placed. There are a number of platforms, plateaus, landing areas. And here Courtney Cannon gets a nice drive up the middle. She's up on that upper terrace. It gives her good stance. Kat Mertsch skipping up nicely. She's going to like that position as well. This fairway, again, goes up to the top of the hill, then goes right about 150, 200 feet, and then finishes in the trees just a little bit to the left. Lisa Fajkus is up to that first plateau. And those plateaus really give you good stance, a nice level standing area. They're mulched. Cynthia Ricciotti. Big pull trying to come around the trees. Didn't quite make it. Now here Cynthia's going to have to get up to the top level and then right. And she's up there. She's going to get some good distance. See where she ends up. Lisa Fajkus now working her way. And Courtney, as you can see, with a very nice drive. She's up pretty high. And a tough one there. Worm burner. Kat Mertsch trying to work her way down the fairway. Hole number 5. This is a par 4. It's a tough one. And really requires some distance off the tee. And then a very accurate technical shot to get down that fairway. Here's Courtney Cannon with her 3rd shot on number 4. You can see there are a few trees here at Harmony Bends, but when you get to the hole, you realize that the fairways are there. They're fair. But you've got to throw the disc. You've got to put it there right. Here's Cynthia Ricciotti with her approach on number 5. And you can see the basket there tucked into the trees. You could be 10 feet away from this basket and still have to throw past 3 trees to get to it. It's a tough spot for the placement. And Kat Mertsch with a nice approach. Now, Cynthia Ricciotti, you're going to have to, as I said, lean around some of these trees. She had a putt like this yesterday. Tough spot to be in. Now, Lisa Fajkus. Lisa won the Silver Cup in Wisconsin 2 weeks ago, playing Rolling Ridge, and it's a wonderful tournament. Great disc golf course. Nice putt there. Courtney Cannon, 19th at the Great Lakes Open last week. And Cynthia Ricciotti, as you can see, she is not far from the basket, but still trees to deal with. Cynthia's won 2 events already this year on the tour. Started with the 12th annual Lebanon Ice Bowl. She took that down. And Cynthia is in nicely, as is Courtney Cannon and Kat Mertsch. So we head to hole number 6. 2 bogeys, 2 pars. And right now your leader is Lisa Fajkus. Courtney Cannon just back by a stroke. Kat Mertsch is making a nice run. 2 back. Here is Lisa Fajkus on number 6. This is a crescent-shaped hole that veers off to the left. You've got to punch it down this fairway, and then it will move off to the left where the basket is located. Now, on the right side, the fairway drops down. There's trees. There's a lot of brush. Not a place you want to be. You want to keep it to the left. Courtney Cannon there, all the players gun shy of that right side, as they should be. That's a tough spot to be in. Cynthia Ricciotti pulling it right up that left side. And as you can see, that dead tree that's right in the middle of this screen, the basket sits about 45 feet to the left of that tree. So she is hyzering that around. Let's see. Kat Mertsch going to try and gut it right through the trees and get something close. Well, she's going to have to find the male slot for this one. And now she's up close. Here is Cynthia Ricciotti, stuck off in the brush here. Hole number 6, again, not the longest of holes, plays a lot longer, though. That 277 is as the crow flies, but well, you really can't get there in 277. You kind of have to go around. Here's Cynthia Ricciotti trying to salvage hole 6. Oh, nice attempt. Your current leader, Lisa Fajkus. Lisa, an Innova player, sponsored. Nice putt. Well done. Lisa Fajkus already has had a good year. She won the Straddle de Brazos, the Lone Star Classic, and then, as we said, took down that Silver Cup, part of the Silver Series, by Discmania and Roland Ridge. Kat Mertsch in nicely, and Courtney Cannon taps it in. So Courtney Cannon and Lisa Fajkus getting the threes on that hole and separating themselves from the rest of this field a little bit. Here, Lisa Fajkus on hole number 7, a 460-foot hole that is very tight off the tee shot. It's key to get through those trees out into the open. At that point, the fairway opens up. There are some trees on the right side, and if you really leaked it to the left, you could get in trouble. Here, Courtney Cannon trying to get out of the chute. Here, Kat Mertsch. Let's see if she can find the gap there, and she does. And maybe in some trees on the right side, but she got good distance on that. Should have an approach attempt here. Cynthia Ricciotti right down the middle. Again, that was another fine drive. She threw a good drive yesterday on this hole as well. Courtney Cannon now with the flick on hole number 7, and you can see the basket there at the far side of the field. There's a gravel roadway just on the other side of that. It's not OB. It's just casual. Lisa Fajkus with her approach. Cynthia Ricciotti. Beautiful drive. Right out in the open. Nice and smooth. Oh, and she almost catches it. Now Kat Mertsch. Kat's been a consistent player on the tour for a number of years, and a fine putt there. Oh, my. That was a good 40, 45-footer. Nicest putt of the round so far. Kat Mertsch. Courtney Pixie Cannon puts it in. And Lisa Fajkus will finish it up. So we wrap up hole number 7. Cynthia Ricciotti now going in for her par. And we'll move on to hole number 8, which is actually the hole where we started the round yesterday. Due to some rain, had to pull 4 holes off the course yesterday. But this hole number 8, you see Kat Mertsch on the strength of that deuce on number 7. A nice drive up on number 8. You can see the logs laying there, and you really want to be past those logs up top. You get to that spot, you're going to have a decent putt at the basket, but there's a lot of danger, and hitting one of the early trees often results in the disc rolling all the way down that hill and leaving yourself in a bad spot. Here, a beautiful drive from Lisa Fajkus. Courtney Cannon going up the middle. Oh, very nice shot just under the basket. Look at this from the reverse angle. Oh, my. Well done. That'll be an easy 2. Cynthia Ricciotti just missed her birdie putt on number 7. She'd like to put a negative number up on the scoreboard with this hole. And she's hit one of the early trees, and that's what we're talking about. You hit that, and here's where you end up. Down in these rocks. Sometimes when it's wet, that can be very slippery. Cynthia's approach, she's having some trouble. Still down the hill. You can see the danger that this hole presents, and it can be an easy 2, or it could be a whole lot more. Here, Kat Mertsch. Downhill putt for birdie, and it's in. Courtney Cannon with a nice drive in for her 2. Cynthia Ricciotti with the bogey there, and Lisa Fajkus absolutely parked that one. So, Cannon and Fajkus with the deuce, Kat Mertsch a nice birdie as well, Cynthia Ricciotti with the double, and Lisa Fajkus is back to even. Kat Mertsch still has the pad, and here we are at number 9, the first of back-to-back par 5s on this Harmony Bends course at Strawn Park, 684 feet. And the key to this hole is getting that drive through the trees and up into that initial landing area, giving yourself a chance to attack the hole. There's 2 different ways to attack number 9. There's actually 2 fairways. But it all starts with getting this tee shot cleanly through and up onto the stance. Oh, and Courtney's going to be off to the left, and that is jail. Cynthia Ricciotti going to punch it through. Looks like that's a safe spot to be. Here you can see Courtney Cannon, and she is way back in there. Making this hole an awful lot longer. Longer than it already is, which at 684, this is a challenge. Courtney Cannon from the mesh. She's out. And up onto the landing area. That's really where you want your initial drive to go. Now here, the fairway, you can attack 9 2 different ways. You can go straight down the right fairway, which then weaves to the left and then back to the right. Or you can try, and that's what Cynthia Ricciotti has done. She's taking the right fairway. Courtney Cannon also playing that right fairway. Well, maybe not. And then there's the left fairway as well. You can see to the left side, and that shoots up. And if you can get enough distance on your second shot, from there you can attack the basket from the left. But looks like 3 of the 4 players playing the right side. Kat Mertsch, the only one playing that left fairway. And we'll see what kind of stance she has. Now, Courtney Cannon was trying the right side, but for the second straight day, she hits a tree, and now she's playing the left side of the fairway. And her flick, that looks like at the distance she needed. Here's Cynthia Ricciotti down the right side of number 9. Trees and a hillside that drops off to the right here. She'll want to stay away from that. This is a heck of a flick and hits that defending tree just outside the putting zone. Now Kat Mertsch Didn't quite get the distance that she wanted down that left side, so she didn't quite have the straight shot at the basket that she wanted. Lisa Fajkus with an Annie. She'll have a putt there. Here you can see Kat Mertsch still navigating her way down the left side of number 9's fairway. Courtney Cannon. Let's see if that stayed up. The thing about this putting area is you can see the rocks behind the basket. You get past those rocks, and it really drops off back into the mess. Cynthia Ricciotti. Gonna try and get this one close. Wrapping it around some trees. And she's going to leave herself some work to do here. Tough roll away. And that's going to happen a lot here at Harmony Bends. Cynthia Ricciotti. Just a little bit short on that one. That's Kat Mertsch. Probably 10 feet below the basket and 30 feet out. Tough position to be in. Here, Lisa Fajkus, trying to finish up her front 9. And she's in. Well done. And Courtney Cannon, her approach did stay up on the putting area there, so she's a little 10-footer. She taps in, wraps up her front 9. Kat Mertsch and Cynthia Ricciotti wrapping things up here. So the first of back-to-back par 5s, number 9 at Harmony Bends, and it's got teeth. Lisa Fajkus, though, with the birdie. Cannon and Ricciotti both with bogeys, and Kat Mertsch with the double. The front 9 of the Mid-America Open 2020 Disc Golf Championships presented by Discraft. And we'll be back with the back 9 next.